good. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, why, I'm practically an expert. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. You're either an excellent storyteller. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers. That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone... I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long as there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected. If what you say would... You, isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, my dear, sweet gods! I mean, yeah. I'll need to research the particulars, however.
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile. Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation. It's incredibly, world-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact. Please. Thank you. It is a strange experience. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. Somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite... You do plenty for me, more than you realize. The magic merely drizzles. The embers, I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. Thank you for the artifact.
Yes? Why do you I was asleep. Perhaps I still am. But now, I've been It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire. Yes and no. The problem is, once you're... And why would they do that? Vampires are power-hungry creatures. They won't lose... Trust me. It doesn't happen. I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble. No innocence. You have my word. After all, you know what I am now. I can fight with all my... And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead. As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already.
Gone gods. Watching you consume that... Oh, I suppose that's not what you wanted to talk about. I think that unknowable powers... I can't say I'm not curious. But once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. I appreciate what... but these parasites are quite literally...
It was bad enough having just one of those tadpoles forced upon us. I can scarcely believe you actually inflicted another on yourself. I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet easily remedied, if you like. I know a place. Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions. I'll come for you. On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, I never expected ceremorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's
There you are. I was just thinking about you. And that delicious moment we shared the other night. The very same. In all these years, I've only ever fed on beasts. You were delectable. And now I can't help but wonder how the others taste. Alas. It doesn't take Gale, for example. He strikes me as someone whose blood is rich, but Shadowheart. I have no idea. How do you think our little enigma would taste? Yes. Still, I am intrigued by the possibilities. Relax. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be? Oh, no. I just mean a sip of their blood. No mastication required. What? Honestly, you haven't...
as you look. It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together. Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course. You made it. Come here. Sit with me. Someone's enthusiastic. Maybe I should have brought a barrel. I was hoping for a toast. Any suggestions? Bold? What did... I suppose I'll find out. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you. I can respect that sort of loyalty. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting. Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure. When you worship Shard, secrets... A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now. It's not convenient. But please, enough about me. Sharing's bad for my complexion. There's still plenty of wine. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. What? I know, but you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night. Me too.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
That didn't hurt, did it? Good to know. Let's head back. All's well, I hope. No. I just hand-kissed. I hope so too. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well. Very serious of you. But go ahead. Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.
Ah, my good... Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so... My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle. The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye. Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further. Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into...
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage. Yes, quite. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is... Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were trained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
The ringleaders have to die. Very well.
This will do nicely.
no time to waste. Another fight. Let's go. Never a dull moment.
Need to act fast. On I go.
We shall prevail. I must act.
Tormented!
Time to push my luck again.
What's the plan?
Battle favors the fearless.
I shall not yield. Sylvanus, let me strike through. Right away.
fool! Mutilate them.
Blood comes easy these days.
Let's end this.
On the victor's path.
Did it! You actually did it! The leader's dead! Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure. Killing's never my first choice, but those three were too dangerous to leave alive. And you'll receive it soon enough. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
So, Astarion, which of us would you rather feed on if he had free reign?
Will, no question. He's strong, fast, and righteous. I'm salivating.
Interesting.
You sound disappointed. I'll bite you if you ask.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
no armies at our heel. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Now, stop squirming.
What's this? Mattis, this is junk.
I hate you. You killed all the goblins, and now we can't practice swords anymore.
Fine, but you're...
Heltrel didn't want us. And those druids sure as hell didn't either.
What do you think of opening a cart in...
I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
It's all right. Don't tell anyone.
It smells bad out here.
I'm glad you killed all the goblins.
I knew this would come right if we...
Gods, it seems we might...
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate. Always a deal to be done, even now. Try not to die up there. We're not in the clear yet. Keep sharp until we're standing.
Mattis says we should say thank you.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate, mind. Finally! A city full of real coin.
Don't know why everyone's cheering.
Hold still. I'll kiss you when you've stopped bleeding, you lummox.
I'm your lummox.
Yes, you are. Now, stop squirming.
Remember, stay near the center of the group, all right? No wandering.
Right. All of our taking stashed away for the journey?
Yes, Mum? Check twice myself.
But to be sure, we need every last copper piece to get started in Baldur's Gate.
We made it somehow.
Baldur's Gate.
We didn't die today.
We couldn't have held them back on our own.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it's... And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
I owe you nothing. Goblins swarmed us like roaches while you stumbled after the past. You chose to abandon us. I chose to protect us.
Silence! The rite has been ended. I will allow you to stay, but consider yourself a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the Druids, our place in the natural order. You shall learn it all once again, right here. Backslide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
Spilled blood will not right bad blood. You will soon see why. But the grove stands. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. Soon. Remember the dangers I told you about. There'll be plenty of time to face them. Take tonight to rest, recuperate, celebrate. Tomorrow, I'll join your camp, so I can help with the trials yet to come.
What of them?
They are our guests until they wish to leave. As I said the day...
Peace.
You think you saved us?
You just... Sooner or later, other outsiders will bring trouble.
You've done it. No. Thanks. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. Of course. Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
What else do we need?
I think it's high time you all left. Our sacred grove has sheltered you enough.
Within the inner sanctum, of course. It is not for us to fight your battles. I assure you, the feeling...
Blessed day. You kept your word. Thank you. I don't know if I can ever restore Sylvanus' peace to but I'll have the chance. Sylvanus be with
There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
The glaive the Druid's notebook mentioned. Its owner thought it was cursed.
Let's move. Time to rest.
I'm ready.
no time to waste.
Let's get on with it.
Watch your back.
Defender of the people. The pride of the gate.